you know, 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They're down by 11. Massive threes, you know, by I think Brunson hit a three over Wemby.
Oh, yeah, the step back kind of.
And it was from deep.
Yeah.
And then that inbound pass with 5.7 seconds left. Nobody had the guy
Anunoby. Yep.
Inbounding the ball, knocked in. How do you bounce back from that?
I don't know. I mean, Wemby seems. I mean, I'm hoping Shaolin helps him.
The thing is, he played so well in the first half. He played so well in game 3.
Yeah.
I was starting to change my tune. I was like, if Wemby keeps playing like this, I don't think they have a shot, like the Knicks.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened at halftime. I don't know what Mike Brown, you know, gave them or told them at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was Mike's secret stuff from Space Jam.
I don't know what. I mean, it was Charles Barkley was talking about it, and he talked about 8 threes. They took 8 threes in a row.
Yeah.
And missed 8 threes in a row.
Every single one of them.
Right? And so if you just look at that, that could be a 16-point swing. Right? Even if you just make twos, which in the NBA, they don't shoot twos anyway, which I think you should take it to the rack. But they didn't take it to the rack. 8 threes in a row. And then that last one, De'Aaron Fox, you dribble it out. Yeah. You dribble it out.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there was mistakes in game 2 by the Spurs as well.
Yeah.
You know, Wemby throwing whoever it was, you know, fouling him, throwing him out, you know, out of bounds because they had a shot to win it late.
Yeah.
You know, in game 2, game 3, I think the Spurs, you know, played really well. Wemby played like every inch of 7'4", 7'8", whatever he is.
Yeah.
32 points. You know, just played great. Yesterday it started out great. And again, halftime happened, and it was a completely different game.
Yeah.
They were up, 74, 55 or something like that, 45, something like that, at halftime. And I was like, I looked at my wife, and I was like, there's no way they're coming back.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever come back from 29 down.
No. Well, right when they started saying that too, bring your mic in just a little bit closer, and then just make sure, like, you could swing it this way just a little bit, and then right in front of you. Yeah.
There you go.
That way, your voice sounds so much sexier. Is what it is, Gil.
I appreciate it, man.
I remember when I had my pop on. Did you ever get to hear my Pop's episode?
I didn't.
Dude, I caught him.
I have to
one
go
time.
back. Yeah.
I caught him one time, and I'm actually starting I'm going to start a series where I'm going to open it up. And it's going to be, you have to meet my friends, but it's going to be opened up live in the studio. So it'll be a situation where I'll have, you know, a allotted time. Maybe it's Thursday at 7:30 or whatever it is. And if you show up, you're on the podcast. And I don't know who's coming, right? And so I just think it would be so cool.
That's dope.
You know, so I had my buddy Dave
Yesterday.
Dave Blackford. You know, that was on, and I surprised him because we were supposed to do men's group, and we were just sitting and chilling, and you know, which I thought was really, really cool.
I watched it a little bit yesterday. Yeah,
did you?
I was at work, but I watched it a little bit yesterday, and he was like, "Am I on the podcast?" And I was like,
Yes.
"Yep." Yeah, I was like, "That's how it is."
No, we're gonna try that. Did I tell you about Saturday?
No,
I didn't tell you about Saturday.
no.
What's happening on Saturday?
What's happening on Saturday?
Game 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about it? You going? Oh, so you're going to San Antonio?
Yes, sir.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Flying to Austin tomorrow.
The environment is going to be insane.
It's going to be nuts. I sure hope. I think that when we're going back to the Wemby thing, I think the Shaolin monster. I think I'm hoping he can rebound from it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you would hope. I hope to.
Yeah.
And it's been exactly how you wanted it. It's been very knockout, drag out.
Yeah.
Like 90s ball, which has been great. Not much flopping.
Yeah. Although Cat.
Okay.
I mean,
not much.
Why does Cat complain? He complains to himself the whole time while he has the ball. And then he did that 3.
Yeah.
That was a foul.
Yeah.
He kicked out.
Yeah.
And then grabbed a hold of, who was it? I can't even remember who it was.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, But he's always been like that.
I'm glad you see it because there's times where there's are you you're a Sixers fan?
Yeah.
But you just, I mean, you're happy for New York.
I am. Even though they knocked us out, they swept us. My mom's from New York, and so like sometimes I have an affinity for New York teams. Sometimes,
yeah.
But only in basketball.
Only in basketball.
Only in basketball.
I think it's the Knicks kind of became the Cubs to me.
Where they had like 79 was the last time they won a finals, and 99 was the last time they went.
And kind of lovable losers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't care about like, I didn't like the Carmelo Anthony era. Yeah. I didn't like that.
No.
I mean, I think he should take his sunglasses off while he commentates too. I really do. I don't think he's a good commentator. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah.
Yes. Scored a ton of points.
Yeah. He's got a great like player legacy, right?
Yeah.
Even though he never won a ring, he was always really good. That same class with LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh, like that draft class, like was just insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree.
Go back to the flopping a cat. Like you see it. You see the complaining.
Yeah.
When he dribbles, he's almost looking at the ref the whole time, like, oh my gosh, like, come on now.
Yeah. But that's how he's always been. Even in college. I've been watching Cat since he.
Where did he play in college?
Kentucky.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure it was Kentucky.
Did he play a couple years? Was that before the one and done stuff?
Well, he played for the Dominican national team when he was 15. Look it up.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So when he was 15, he played for the Dominican national team.
Okay.
And I remember seeing him. I mean, he was a kid amongst men. And finished high school, went to college, got drafted, but he's always been that, like, anytime you see him, he's always like this. And so
it's even transfer. We talked about it the other day. I mean, both being girl dads.
Yeah.
I mean, we like, I gave you a hard time. I was like, I said you said a I'm probably going to get canceled for that, so I won't say it again.
Yeah.
I don't care if I get canceled because what I always would joke with it would say if a person had a complaint, then they would send it in, and I would get the complaint.
Yeah.
So then I'd file it in a round paper.
Now
basket.
I got to get you my complaint tab. I have a complaint tab. It's like a pull tab. It's a number pull tab, but it's attached to a grenade. And so if you pull the number, but it's I'll get you one.
Have you seen the flopping even happening in the WNBA? Have you seen this? I've watched it.
Yeah.
And then I saw it in youth sports, Gil.
Which is crazy. Like AAU, like ball, like I've seen games where it's like, are these kids for real? Like they're 15, 16, 17, and they're flopping like that already? Like if that's what we have.
You want to hear the craziest thing?
What's that?
I was sitting the other day. Actually, she's going to be on the podcast, Vanessa Nygaard.
Okay.
So she was one of the original WNBA players. So she got drafted in. I mean, she's my daughter's friend's mom.
Okay.
Coaches at UCSD now. Unbelievable. Like, as far as she's an absolute legend.
Yeah.
I was talking with her. She coached up in Beverly Hills at one of the where like Denzel Washington's son would go and all the stuff. You're not gonna believe this.
What's that?
Because they're in LA and prominence, all the stuff. They brought in a stunt man to the basketball practice, to show them how to absorb contact. Understandable. Take a charge.
Right.
But it gets better.
Okay.
They had a class on how to amplify contact from a stuntman in Hollywood for a high school basketball team.
That's wild. That's insane. So basically, it's a crash course on how to flop. That's crazy.
Can you imagine? And I was like, well, do you agree? Do you agree with it?
Yeah.
And she was like, it's part of the game.
Well, yeah, we talked about that too. Like it's sad to say, I don't like it.
Yeah,
but it's part of the game. I just don't like it.
Yeah. Growing up, what'd you play? You play baseball?
I played a little bit of baseball, football. Was never a baller. Never played basketball. I wasn't coordinated enough.
Okay.
But yeah, football, baseball, a little bit of soccer, but that was just dabbling.
Was that during lunchtime soccer?
Yeah, like recess and things like that.
How did we stand getting that funky at recess and then living through the day?
I don't understand it.
Like halfway, if we went right now and we went for a run,
I'm going straight to the shower right after.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like it was like you were legendary.
Yeah.
On the soccer field, if you went out, maybe you scored a goal at at recess.
Yeah.
And then you came back into class.
Us, we used to play football, at recess, and it was always a big crowd. And if you had an interception, like you were a god. People walked up, hey Gil, nice pick. Like you were popular for the day. And so that was like, I used to love that, right? I used to love making a play and then having people throughout the day be like, yo, that was a crazy pick. Or, hey, man, that was a crazy catch for a touchdown. Like, that was always fun for me.
Why don't people do it today? Like, could you imagine at work if you did, like you closed a deal?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, yeah, Gil, high five.
So we do that.
You do it?
Like
for real? Like,
so
like recess?
No, we have a bell.
Okay. I understand the bell.
Yeah, and when somebody rings the bell at work, everybody's clapping, hooting, hollering.
How long does it last?
It doesn't last long because everybody's trying to get back to work. Everybody's trying to. They're chasing that.
Imagine though if we had the type of celebration. You know what I'm saying? Like when you were a kid and you became the legend for the day. You ever run for president when you were going to school?
I ran for in my junior year. Of high school, I ran for student council.
Well, I guess you wouldn't have a junior year in elementary.
No, yeah. No, it was my sophomore year. I ran for student council, and
you did? Did you win?
I was vice president of the student council.
What was your campaign?
So I was at a school that everybody had to tuck their shirts in. We didn't wear uniforms, but you had to tuck your shirts in.
Okay.
And everybody hated it. I used to love wearing like old school basketball jerseys and football jerseys and just look dumb tucking it in your pants. And so my campaign was I was going to get the leadership of the school to reverse that rule and take out that rule. And everybody was like, yeah, like, and I was the only one running on it. It was something so simple. And I ended up winning in a landslide. And like they featured us in because it was a school that was opening. It just opened. So we were the first student council of that school. So they featured us in the newspaper and it was pretty cool. And I never got that rule overturned.
You never did?
Never did.
Did
never
you work on it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did it come to a vote?
No, it never. And it was just like we sat with our student council.
They didn't even talk about it?
No. Well, that was one of the first things I brought up in the first student council meeting. And they were like, yeah, no, that's not changing. Like, that's never going to change. And so, I had to go back, tail tucked and tell all, everybody that voted for me, like, sorry, guys, like, it's just not going to happen.
So did you tuck tight or did you tuck and then pull up and then let it, fall over a little bit?
So what I ended up doing was I would buy longer, like back in the mid 2000s.
Okay.
Everybody's wearing tall tees.
Yeah. So were you like tall, like tall, your knees?
Yeah, tall.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you wear Dickies too?
Yeah, Dickie shorts. And
no way. Dickie shorts and then tall socks?
No, not tall socks.
Was that East Coast?
No.
No, because West Coast it would be real tall socks, like to the Dickie shorts.
You got a sock check, fool.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, I wore short socks with high top Air Force Ones.
How short? Like no seams?
Yeah, no show.
No, are they called no show?
No show socks.
Okay, so no seams is a bug. That's like a mosquito.
Okay.
You ever have a no seam bite you?
No.
No.
Is it the real big ones?
I don't even know. You don't see them. That's why they call it no seams.
Okay.
But that's what I just called the socks. That's what I thought
Yeah,
the socks were.
yeah.
They're called no-show socks.
No-show socks.
Okay.
You know, with the old school Air Force ones with the strap, like the ones that you have
Oh,
up
yeah.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then so you would tuck the tee and you would pull out just until like the edge was still tucked in your shorts.
And then let it fall down.
And let it fall down.
Okay. So it was like a nice
Yeah.
knee. Did you have the crease in the Dickies?
On the leg crease?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
press them with starch?
Yeah. Well, my mom
Your
would.
mom would do it.
My mom would do it.
Okay.
But
was your mom big on like being crispy before you left the house?
Even till this day, my mom doesn't let my dad leave the house unless he's like fully ironed,
okay,
fully starched out. Like even his jeans are like pressed.
Really?
Yeah, my mom is like super old school like that.
Is Pop's, because you're Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so mom Puerto Rican,
Yeah.
Pop Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's crispy.
Oh yeah.
Always got starch.
Yeah, and my dad being a minister, he's in front of the church and he's always suited up.
What kind of suit? 3-piece?
3 pieces.
Yes.
Like I used to love, because he used to wear old school zoot suits with the buttons all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
Man.
Pinstripe?
Pinstripes.
Okay.
He used to wear gaiters.
Yes.
I was
same color as the
Yeah. I was literally just talking about him.
Stacey Adams?
Stacey Adams.
Boom.
I was literally talking about this with him like 2 days ago. And I was like, Dad, my favorite suit you ever worn was this like brown, like coffee brown pinstripe suit. He used to wear with a darker brown shirt that had like these 2 buttons on the collar, a tie that matched perfectly with the suit and the shirt, and the gaiters that matched exactly with the suit and the shirt. And I was like, man, you would wear that? And I'd be like, oh, I want a suit like that. But that's how we went to church. We would go to church suited up.
Really?
Like same thing, Stacey Adams shoes, nice suits. Because my dad used to go preach at different churches.
Okay.
And then my brother and I we were musicians, so we would go play at these churches. And then I would sing at the churches. And so, we were always, my mom, 3 hours before the service, or before we had to leave, my mom was sitting there with the iron, pressing everything out, making sure we look good. I mean, she's super old school.
Did it draw you, like with your pop being a preacher, did it draw you closer to want to go to church? Or did it say to you, because a lot of people go to like Catholic church or Catholic school, and then they just don't want to be any part of it?
It drove me, I don't want to say it drove me away, because that's not what drove me away. It was what my family kind of went through.
Okay.
Long days, long nights, the stress, having to worry about everybody, and just it was tough to see that on my family, like on my parents, and it definitely left a sour taste in my mouth. I'll be honest.
Was it because of the service part of it? Like your dad is serving, not the service, actual service, but your dad serving all these people, and sometimes not. Like he's pouring it out, but maybe it's
never
not
came back in.
Really?
Yeah. And then, my dad took over a church in a small town in Florida called Clewiston, Florida.
Where's that at?
It's like an hour and a half north of Miami. Immigrant town, super small. And my dad took over this church after, some craziness had gone down with the minister previously. And the organization we were with asked my dad if he wanted to take the reins of the church and be the interim pastor for a while. And my dad said, yeah, and because he felt like he had the support of everybody in the organization, and the inauguration service, everybody was there, everybody was supportive, everybody was happy.
When you talk inauguration, was it like a presidential inauguration? Like
kind of
shuttling in the new.
Yeah.
Did you call him a preacher, pastor?
My dad was a pastor.
Pastor.
Yeah.
Got it.
And so he, that first service, church was full. After that, my dad was the pastor there for 5 years. We didn't see anybody from the organization much ever again, unless they were like specifically invited, or it was hard. It was hard to see that on my dad. Like we were kind of going at it alone. The building got flooded, And my dad basically put out of his own pocket to fix the church, and we got it beautiful. We had two of his friends from other churches helped him out every Saturday for like months. And that was the only time that I saw my dad have like some sort of, backup. But again, we'd known these men for decades already. And so having them come every Saturday at 5:30 in the morning, driving an hour and a half from where we lived to the church to remodel this church was crazy. But it was nice to see that he at least had, kind of two people in his corner helping us out. And after we finished, we did a service and we dedicated it to those two men. Recently, in the last 2-3 weeks, one of them passed away. And so I was able to tell his daughter like what he meant to me, because he was one of those like speak softly and carry a big stick kind of guys. He didn't talk too much, but what he did and the way he carried himself had weight. And I learned a lot from him. I was able to tell her that that her dad had a big impact in my life, and kind of taught me that you don't need to be this, you don't need to have high ranks in the church or have, be in the spotlight of the church to, do something for God, And so I was happy to be able to tell her that, and she appreciated that.
Did the congregation stick around?
So, like I said, it was an immigrant town.
Okay.
So it was a lot of coming
Cuban,
and going.
like Cuban?
No, it was like Mexicans, Guatemalans. Okay. So it was a lot of coming and going. So they would be there in season. So from March to June they would be there, and then from June to December they would be in Georgia.
Okay.
And then from December to March they'd be in Texas, for something else. So it was very transient, right? So we never really were able to like expand.
Yeah.
Which my dad didn't really mind it. Like he was there because this was his calling, and that's what he was going to do. But it got to a point where it just wasn't feasible to have the church open. And so we ended up talking to the organization. They, were like, all right, let's kind of cut our losses. And, luckily we were able to find the members that were there permanently, new churches to go to. And then we went to go be sheep in another flock, right? Which was great because it kind of took us out of the spotlight a little bit more.
But your pops is a star, so
yeah,
he can't be up in the congregation with a brown, chocolate brown zoo suit.
But
with some gators in the parish.
Yeah, well, my dad's super humble, right? Like, he doesn't need to be on the altar, like on the pulpit preaching. He's, for the 3 years that we were in that church, he was fine sitting in the second to last pew, doing what the pastor, asked, of him. The pastor would ask him to go, preach every few Sundays or whatnot. And me and my brother were musicians in the church, and we were part of the worship team and stuff like that. And it was great, but my dad always had that kind of fire in his heart. And so he requested the organization to open up a new church. In the town that we were in. There was already a church from our organization in that town. And so they said no. And so my dad was like, okay, respectfully, I appreciate you, but I don't follow you guys. You guys don't command me. I'm commanded by somebody else. And so he opened up a church. We opened it up from the house, like in the house.
Was mom cooking snacks?
So they would cook, yeah. But we opened it up in church with like 3 or 4 families. And that was 20 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think your dad's was a call, like, because there's different things. Like I was talking to Franklin the other day, and we were talking about the difference between someone learning it and being called to it.
Yeah.
You think your dad's called to it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because even with all the craziness that's gone down in his life, that's what he does. My dad's had cancer. My dad's had heart attacks. He's in stage 4 renal failure. And that's what he does. That's what brings him joy.
Really?
Yeah, that and driving my mom crazy.
Yeah.
And you know, they live in the same house, and my dad's got this massive backyard, and so he has like, you know, sugar cane and bamboo and tamarind trees and mango trees, and that's like his passion. But when he comes in, you know, he splits his day. Like it's half the backyard and half what he wants to do at the house, and the other half is the church. And mind you, it's not a big church. You know, there's still I think it's 3 or 4 families still, but they've persevered. You know.
Yeah. They still do it out of the house?
No. They're at they're renting from a Haitian church down in Lehigh Acres, Florida.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he just, for as much as we tell him like, Pop, like your health, you're not a spring chicken anymore.
Yeah.
Like my dad's 67. No, he'll be 69 this year actually.
He's a young dude.
Yeah, but he's gone through a lot.
Yeah.
Like and a lot of who I am I got from him. Right? My dad was born in Puerto Rico at the age of 6. His dad died of cancer. Abusive dad.
What kind of cancer?
He had, we looked it up recently on, what's it called? Family Tree. I think it was like liver cancer, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But he died. He was an abusive guy.
Was it cirrhosis too?
Yes.
Okay. Because it starts as cirrhosis and then goes to cancer, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm just saying because the Latin side, you know what I'm saying? Like there's things that come with that.
Yeah.
Generally.
Liver.
Yeah.
My liver numbers are always elevated,
Yeah.
you know, so I have to watch out, right?
Yeah.
They moved to New York with my dad, right after my grandfather passed away.
Okay.
Soon after that, my dad was 6. And by the age of 9, my dad would rather have a cup of rum than a glass of coffee or a cup of coffee. And so that started.
By the age of what?
By the age of 9.
Wow.
In New York.
And I was just about to ask you if you wanted some legacy.
Oh, I partake. You know what I'm saying? I partake.
Does Red Bull, this is Red Bull that you have.
Yeah.
Does Red Bull and tequila go well together?
I've never tried it.
I
Because
would.
I'm not a mixed drink kind of guy.
Yeah.
I love.
You're a sipping.
Yeah.
Okay. You're a sipping guy.
I
You
am
keep going. Keep going with Pop. I'll pour.
So Pop, at the age of, like I said, 9, he was already an alcoholic.
Okay.
My dad was a drug
9?
addict. Yeah.
Your dad was a drug addict?
My dad was a drug addict for 17 years. But he came from a Christian home, right? Like they knew God, right? And my grandmother always prayed for him, you know, for God to save him. And, luckily one day, the way he says it is he was on his way to a party, or he was going to go to a party later that day at my uncle's house.
Yeah.
And this lady from my uncle's church, because my uncles were already ministers. So this lady from my uncle's church went to go find him. And all she told him was, Jesus loves you. And that just kept hammering away at his heart, hammering it away. So he went to this party at my uncle's house. And midway through the party, he tells my uncle, he's like, hey, I need you to take me to Freddie's church. Freddie's my uncle, and that it was his church. And so they went. But in that, the service was about to end. And somebody gets up and says, the service hasn't finished yet. And 30 seconds later, my dad walks through the door with my uncles and my aunt. And he, dedicated his life to the Lord there. And that was 40 some odd years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
And this was in New York. Why'd they move to?
Well, this was in Philly.
This was in Philly.
Yeah. So they moved from New York to Philly. I think my dad was like 12.
Really? Why'd they move down there?
I don't know. I never asked. I kind of, my project with my dad, what I want to do is I want to record us asking questions about his life, because I want to preserve that for the future generations.
Yeah.
For him, my mom, my
Strong
wife.
accent?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know what we should do, actually? When does your dad ever come out and visit?
So he probably won't for a while. He came. So they came last year twice.
Okay.
Once in January because we had a party for the twins.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're only doing one party, and it's going to be here in Oceanside. We're not doing a party in LA, and we're not doing a party in Florida.
Yeah.
Because the year before, we did 3 parties, and it was stressful, and it wasn't.
That's a lot.
It was crazy. So I was like, look, either you guys come up here or you don't. Like, we're only doing one party. And so they came up, and it's always fun to get, both sides together. My parents and my wife's parents love each other, and they have a really good relationship. And then in November, I thought my retirement date, like my retirement ceremony, was going to be November 15th. But with the government shutdown last year, my retirement hadn't been approved until second week of December. But because my parents, thought that I was going to retire in November, they had conspired with my wife, and they surprised me, and they showed up in November. But that one really took a toll on my parents. That trip took a toll on my parents. It's a 6-hour flight. My dad's, in kidney failure, so he has to find a place out here to get dialysis.
Yeah.
And then my mom, has a bunch of different ailments, and she's a nurse, so she's like the worst patient, so you can't take her to the doctor. And so,
I think that's just that generation.
Yeah, it might be.
They rub some dirt on it.
Yeah.
Put some starch on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Iron it out. Everything's good.
And that's how we were raised, just, rub it off and keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, they come out here every once in a while. I don't think they'll be coming for a while, but yeah.
Well, we should even look at getting the video, like getting your pop set up for video, and then just have him on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then that way you have it for him.
I'll run it by him. He's very low key.
Of course.
He's super old school.
Mm-hmm.
He worries about how he's viewed, and not because of his own personal ego, because in his heart he's like, I represent God, and I want people to see that in me. So I'll run it by him. I'll see what he says.
I think people see it in you guys anyway. You know what I mean? Is that so? When he moved to Philly, is that the reason why the Eagles for you?
Yeah. So I was born in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he met my mom after he had, got saved. Apparently my mom knew all my uncles. My uncles knew my mom's dad, so my grandparents, my grandfather, because he owned a bar in Philly. And they lived 3 doors down. My mom, in 3 years of living next to each other, my parents never saw each other until one day he's walking out of the house. She's taking a picture, and my grandpa always had old school big box cars. So it was like a Grand Marquis or something,
Your
Crown
dad
Victoria.
was a pimp.
Well, it was my grandfather.
It was your grandfather, but your grandfather was a pimp.
Oh yeah.
And then Pop.
Yeah. Pop.
Did he have Monte Carlo? I'm not saying like a pimp, profession. I'm just saying that's a cool thing. Do you use that word?
What?
You see somebody and you're like, oh man, that's pimp.
Yeah. My kids were saying that this weekend. I was like, big pimpin'.
Yes.
And so they were saying big pimpin'.
So I want to make sure that I'm not calling your
no
grandfather
yeah.
a pimp.
No.
I mean, if he was driving a Grand Marquis, you might have some siblings that you don't know about.
Yeah, he was a business owner for sure. Yeah. So taking a picture outside, right outside the door, he walks out. It was like a scene out of a movie. That's how he describes it. He sees her, she sees him. And he looks at her and asks, is that picture for me? And my mom, always quick-witted. She was like, why the picture? Take the negative. You know what I'm saying? So taking, what I'm saying?
Mom's got game.
Oh,
then.
mom's got game. Yeah, for sure.
Mom younger? Dad?
Yeah. Dad.
How many years?
8 years.
8 years. So dad's got game then.
Yeah. So, they started dating. My dad won over my mom for God, and they got married.
Might have been the suits too, though.
It might have been the suits.
Might have been the suits. I mean, I'm giving credit to Sweet Baby Jesus.
Yeah.
But when you're going Gator coordination.
Now, mind you, that was later on in life. Back in the day,
was he? But he was still suited. When he was a kid.
He was 100%.
What kind of suited was he? Was he matching Gators then?
No, I don't think so.
He wasn't?
Because the style was very different back in the 80s than it was in the 2000s, right?
Yeah,
Like
I want to see some. Well, you need to send me some
I
pictures
think I have.
of your pop, like
Yeah.
back in the day, because I can imagine him having some nice, like some slacks, and then like a crispy white tee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hair slicked back.
He does.
You know what I'm saying?
Hair slicked back.
Like some nice shoes, some dress shoes that don't have any spots on them because he spit shined them.
Yeah. I'll see if my mom will send
What
me
did they
some
think
old
when
ones.
you? I mean, you went down to what age did you go down to Florida?
So I was 3.
Oh, so you weren't in Philly that long.
No, I was.
So
yeah.
how did you not become a Dolphins fan then?
So because my cousins, I would go to Philly every year. Every
Okay.
year in the summers, like we would go to Philly. And my cousins were Eagles fans.
Was it in the city in Philly or was it
Northeast Philly. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, we're like 20 minutes from the stadium.
So what what were some of the? Did you guys play games in the streets?
Oh yeah,
You guys playing stickball?
yeah. Like we stickball, football in the streets. Like we played.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of cars in the street, narrow street. Yeah. Narrow street.
yeah. So you had to get out of it, and a lot of the streets are one-way streets.
Yes.
So there's cars parked on both sides of the road.
Yes.
It's a one-way road, and so like it's super narrow.
That was, I mean, you think about that and playing football in that because sometimes your boy would throw the ball
And you'd end up like on the windshield of a
Yeah.
car. Yeah. It was hard.
and then you yell out car.
Yeah.
And everybody
Everybody gets off to the
off to
side.
the side.
Timeout. Everybody off
You
to
guys
the
play
side.
soccer too?
Not in Philly. Not in Philly.
Was it now growing up too in a Latin family, Puerto Rican family? Was soccer big in the family?
Not in Puerto Rico. I didn't
Really?
I didn't get into soccer
your
like that
kids?
until I married my wife.
Are you into it like that?
Now I am.
You are.
Yeah.
Like how into it?
But Mexican soccer. I don't watch like Premier League. I don't watch
Okay.
like La Liga or anything like that. Like
Why do you think it is so strong in the Latin community and in just all over the world,
Yeah.
but in America? I mean, we ain't messing with it.
because
Is it because we have other sports to play?
yeah, and baseball was huge.
Because you got, I mean,
Yeah.
baseball is a big one. Do you watch a lot of baseball?
I watch every game.
You do?
Every game.
You're gonna love my buddy. Did you talk to Will?
Will.
My best friend. He was at the Vibe Room the last time.
Oh, was he sitting with your brother?
Yeah, he got got the Steve
The-
Caballero
yeah,
board.
yeah.
You
So
gotta talk to him.
I
That's a
got to.
baseball guy.
Yeah,
See, I'm not a baseball guy.
my dad and I, we watch the game is at
You a Phillies fan?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Die Hard. The game is today at oh no, there's no game today. There is no game today.
How can that happen with 182 games that there's not a
So
game
they gotta
today?
travel. So there's no game for the Phillies today.
Okay, but there's
There's
100 million games.
Yeah.
I watched the playoffs.
So that's fun. But we watch every game. And we call each other and we talk about, hey, Bryce Harper did this. Bryson Stott did that. Brandon Marsh did this. The pitcher, Chris Sanchez, was great. But we analyze these games. And my dad, it's been, 3-4 years now that we've done it. And we watch every game.
Do you guys go
Every
to
game.
games too? Did you guys do
So
a lot of
I
that?
haven't gone with my dad.
You haven't?
No.
You haven't taken him?
No.
You just don't love him that much? Is that
I
what it is?
think next year. Well, like I said, it's hard for him to travel, and so
What about down in, how far is he from a stadium?
Miami's the closest one.
And how
The
far is Miami?
Marlins. It's like 3.5 hours.
Oh, that's strong.
And then Tampa's about just as close.
So is he south of Orlando?
So we're in Southwest. We're in Fort Myers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we're in Fort Myers. Well, I say Fort Myers, but we're actually like 30 minutes from Fort Myers, a little bit more inland in a town called Lehigh Acres.
Okay.
And so it's with the dialysis and like the church.
Yeah.
So we have services Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Yeah.
So it's just hard to get out, right? So my dad went for spring training right before the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
He got to see Team Puerto Rico play.
Yeah.
So he went out there to because they played in Fort Myers. Like one of the spring training towns is Fort Myers.
Yeah.
And so that's where the Minnesota Twins are and the Boston Red Sox. So
Well, they have the Green Monster there.
yeah, at the JetBlue Park.
Have you taken him there?
No, they went to the other one.
You need to take him down there, man.
I don't get back home.
You need to go
often.
home.
I don't get back home.
Hey,
often.
you're going home.
I got to.
need
I
to
think
get
this
you
year, in like September, either September or November.
What's the company you work for? What's it called?
Working Capital Marketplace.
Working Capital Marketplace. You're sending Gil back. He's going to do some reconnaissance back in
Yeah.
Fort Myers. You need to go see Pop.
Yeah. No,
take him to Green Monster.
Yeah, we
Because that field, because we used to fly into Fort Myers, and then I would do work in Marco Island.
Marco Island.
So we would drive down. Marco Island is funny. It's like Seinfeld's parents.
Yeah, it's
you know
weird.
what I'm saying?
It's weird. We used to go to San Marcos, so it's right down the road.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where we went to church for a couple years.
Did you?
So it wasn't that far away. So I know like that area really well.
So who is your dad's grail as far as baseball player? Would it be Bryce Harper?
Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt.
Yeah. So they remember like because he used to be a big Phillies fan back in the 80s.
Oh yeah. Great hat, by the way.
Yeah.
The baby blue.
The baby blue with the P.
Gangster.
Yeah, clean.
Baby blue and red. Come
See,
on.
but that's
see
what I'm
how
saying.
it all goes back.
But that's what we were talking. Like, there's so many other teams that have had like.
See how it
that,
goes back.
Yeah, no, I get
It
you.
all comes back to championship pedigree.
No, I get you. But there's a lot of teams that have had that scheme, but nobody's ever had like Kelly Green. You know, like that's specific to us.
I mean, it's got a good name.
And no, I agree.
A good ring to it.
A good ring to it. Yeah,
good ring.
Good couple rings to it now.
How do you feel about AJ?
I'm glad he's gone.
Really? Does the whole community feel that way?
I think everybody's just glad to be past it. Like,
why would you be mad? Do you think it is because of play calling?
Yeah, I don't know if you kept up after the Super Bowl, but a couple weeks after the Super Bowl, a couple days after the Super Bowl, he was already saying like how it was not satisfying and like he thought it was going to be different. Like this is right before the parade. He was talking about how he thought he was going to feel different. He thought he was going to feel satisfied, and like he did not. And so he was like, basically, like, let's get back to work and get another one, which is the message that we took from it, right? Like,
okay, all right.
But throughout the trajectory of the last 2 years and seeing that, or the last year and seeing that, you know, a lot was made of his productivity, like him not getting catches, him not getting yards. I think it just didn't sit well with fans.
Yeah. And
so just, you know, as soon as the season ended and the way it ended with him dropping the ball, it was like,
I didn't see.
They played the Niners in the divisional round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, wild card weekend. Sorry. And we were up, I think it was like 19-10. And they came back on us. And we had a chance at the end of the game to make a drive, score a field goal, and win the game. It was like third down. Yeah, it was third down. And threw it to AJ, hit him right in the hands. Could have caught it. It would have been a first down. We would have been in field goal range. We would have won the game. Well, we would have had the chance to win the game. He dropped it. Dropped it. Right through the hands. And AJ Brown is not a Butterfingers receiver. Like,
yeah, he's clutch.
I say top 5 in the league.
Yeah.
I mean,
I believe that's because he was a Titan. When you have that type of pedigree and foundation,
he started out as a Titan.
You know what I mean? He started out when you have that type of foundation, it's like nowhere but up.
How did you feel when he got traded?
I think I had a different thought.
Okay.
Because my friend is John Robinson.
Okay.
So the general manager.
Yeah.
And him and his wife, Jamie and John, and they're phenomenal people. And I figured that John had understood something I didn't.
Okay.
Now looking at the larger picture.
Yeah.
But this was weird because I'm a rabid fan.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an unpopular thing. If you look back at AJ Brown, he never had a 1,000-yard season.
Right. Until he went to Philly.
Yeah. So name one non-1,000-yard receiver that's a $100 million guy.
You can't.
You can't.
No.
So the fact that they offered him what they did, in my head, I mean, I loved him.
Yeah.
I thought he was amazing.
Yeah. They offered him what did they get, a first and a fifth for that year's draft?
Yeah, and we got Treylon Burks, which sucked. But I mean, it was, so it was, yes, I was sad, but then I looked at it from because when you have a little bit of connection point, like when you have a friend inside of it, and then now I look at it, Cardenas Legacy Tequila. Did it restore your?
Oh yeah.
Because you were a whiskey guy, you said.
I am a whiskey guy. It's
okay. Why is it different? Like I've never drank alcohol before. Yeah. I have not had it, but this is Chris Cardenas. I actually just reached out to him on Instagram this morning.
Nice.
But hopefully he'll hang out with us at some point. So.
Yeah. So for me, when I was on Marine Corps recruiting, we used to take our applicants to this hotel in LA for processing. Yeah. So they would stay overnight. That next morning at 4:00 in the morning, they had woken up. They could do all their physical processing. They go through medical. They get, the whole process. So my job as one of the veteran recruiters was to go to the hotel and prep the kids on what was going to happen the next day. And so what I would do is I'd drop them off. Hey, go get your room key. Get settled in. Meet me back down here at the restaurant, because they would get a free voucher to eat at the restaurant. And I knew the guys at the hotel, so they would give me a free voucher to eat at the hotel. I was sitting at the bar, and I was like, man, I could really drink a beer right now. Like, mind you, I'm in uniform. So I sat down at the bar, and some guy looked over at me. He was like, hey, what are you drinking? And I was like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm just going to grab a beer, kill it real quick. And then
how quick you kill it?
Like 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought you were about to shotgun it.
No. But I don't sit there and nurse my beers either, Yeah. So he's like, no. I got you. And he got me a glass of Macallan 15, which is really good scotch. And it is an acquired taste, but I liked it from the get-go. It's bitter, smoky. You could taste the woody notes from the cask, and I loved it. And so from then on in, it was like, okay, I'm a scotch guy. So I would, buy a bottle of scotch every, because I don't drink much. Yeah. I don't. Every once in a while I'll have a nightcap, a bottle of scotch will last me, a month or two. And so, but I had a bad experience with tequila as a young Marine, and it created an aversion for me. For it. So I can't have like Patron or Don Julio or Cazadores. I can't have any other of those tequilas. But when we went to the Vibe Room, I saw the Añejo, and I was like, man, that looks really good. You know what? Let me try that. And it was a sippable tequila. Like, you can sit there and sip this all night, and then you'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But it's smoky. It gives me the same hints and notes from like scotch, but it's tequila. And it's tequila. It tastes like tequila too, which is weird, but I like it. It's so good.
Yeah, I think it was so cool because when I called Chris and I told him, I said, you restored, Gil's faith in it.
In tequila, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
But let's get back to the real stuff, which is the Titans.
Yeah, Titans.
Well, when I was saying about, I think anytime you get close to something, you have less judgment, right? So it's weird. Like if you know a person, like say with yourself, if you had a friend who was in high school and then went to college and then went to the pros or whatever it was, and he's on the team and he has a bad game, you're like, I know him, he was having a rough time, whatever it was. But as a fan, we're just watching and we're like, you suck, like
cursing at the TV,
whatever it is.
Yeah.
So with that AJ thing, I hated the fact that it went away, but if you look now, which is wild. So say like AJ goes, and then you guys go through the roof, and then we come to Philly.
Yeah.
So the Titans come to Philly, and you guys lay it on us.
Destroyed.
Destroyed.
I think AJ had like 217 yards that game, 11 catches.
I mean, that game to me is still under protest because there was a lot of calls.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Missed calls.
We just the jury's not in. You guys call it a victory. I call it. I mean, it's still out there.
Is jury still out?
Yeah.
What was funny was right after that game, Mike Vrabel came up and was like, "Did you have to do it like that to us? Like, did you really have to do it like that to us?"
So I think the weird thing is when you look, like, hindsight's always 20/20, right? Mm-hmm. So when I looked at it, I was like, man. And then that's the night that they called. They called John Robinson. I was talking to Jamie about this, and they called John Robinson that night and let him go.
Yeah, he didn't last too much after that. Like,
no, it was that night.
But that was like that. It was, I think that was like week 5 or 6.
Yeah,
and noticeably in the draft room, Mike Vrabel was like not happy after it happened. I think week 5 or 6 of the season is when we played the Titans, and that night he got fired.
Yeah,
that was insane.
Was it? But did Vrabel didn't get fired that time?
No.
No, it was John Robinson.
Yeah,
and then Vrabel. Then we let Vrabel go. But if you look at the sequence,
it all stemmed from the AJ thing.
I don't know though.
Well, because you got to think
don't you think that the Titans knew about him and the commentator hooking up and moved away from him?
You might be right.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Because if you look at that part of it, it would be.
That was the only reason I didn't want AJ going to the Patriots. Like, I was like, hey, send AJ anywhere else. Send him to the Cowboys. I don't care. Because I think there was like a lot of tampering in that. Like they had been talking. This is speculation, right?
Okay.
They were talking. They were trying to get it all set up to get to AJ to New England, be under Vrabel again, work with a quarterback that is a little bit more of a passer in Drake May, and I think it was all like conjured. Like, this was all a massive setup, and it worked. That was the only reason I didn't want it to happen.
Yeah.
And I really thought Vrabel was going to get fired, but he didn't.
No. I mean, if you, it takes a lot. I mean, you look at, what was his name? Celtics coach.
Which one? Doc Rivers?
No, before, Ime, was it Ime? No, what was his name? He now is the coach of Houston. Hooked up with the general manager's wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they generally, if you're a good coach or a good player, you go away for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you reappear.
Yeah. You saw it in baseball with the whole Astros and the cheating thing, and AJ Hinch was the manager at the time. Mm-hmm. He got fired.
Yeah.
Alex Cora got fired, who was like the bench coach, and they're both managing now.
Yeah.
And on other teams, but they were good managers, right?
Does that happen anywhere else? Like when you were in the Marines, would that kind of thing happen?
Yeah, all the time.
Really?
And mind you,
you didn't even flinch.
Yeah, and I guess I'm retired. Like I have a full, open and honest. Like I can have an open, full honest conversation with you. Yeah. If you're a high performer, things like that happen. A lot of the times it gets swept under the rug.
How can you be a high performer in the in the military? Because this may sound ignorant on my side, but it's like you can get by.
Yeah.
Right? So
100%.
It's not like you have to perform.
Yeah.
It's you have to choose to.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Why would a person choose to?
So I tell people this all the time. The Marine Corps, military in general, the hardest part about it is boot camp and not knowing if you're going to be sent into danger. That's the hardest part. If you're in garrison here in the States, the only thing you have to do is show up on time, meet the standard, and do as you're told. That's it. You don't have to do much else. Just do what you're told, be where you're supposed to be at the right time, and meet the standard. And by meet the standard, I mean like uniform standards, grooming standards, height and weight standards. That's all you got to do. That's it. And with that, you will be successful. What sets people apart is waking up at 5:30 in the morning to go for a run before you have to go run with your platoon. To go at lunch instead of going to the burrito stand across the street, going to the gym for an hour and a half, getting a workout in, volunteering for different things, being the guy that's relied upon to get stuff done. That's what sets people apart, right? And when I say high performers, I mean those guys, right?
Yeah.
I've seen high performers, do some messed up stuff. And because they're high performers, they equate it to it was a one-time mistake.
Yeah.
The biggest pandemic in the Marine Corps is DUIs. And it's like, okay, Marine made a mistake. He got behind the wheel drunk and got caught. Let's not end his career because, he had this one mistake. When if it was an average Marine or your average Joe Schmo, they'd throw the book at him. I've seen it plenty of times.
Why'd you choose the Marines?
So, a funny story. In the first church we were in Florida, it's funny because Franklin was talking about this. The way he started playing instruments was he was like banging on pots and pans like at the house. So we did it differently. Me and my brother, we were banging on like hymnals and like the pews of the church. Like in our pew where we would sit, because we sat in the same pew every week, there was like paint chips from where we used to hit the pews pretending to like play congas or bongos or whatever. And two of the musicians we really looked up to by the name of Jonathan and Christian LeBron. Those guys disappeared for 3 months when I was like 10. And so I didn't understand it. And like I told you, we always look good for church. We always get dressed up. And so they came back and they were wearing these black coats with like, the leather neck and, gold buttons and this white belt and these blue pants. And it was like, yo, that's smooth. And I was like, I got to figure out where they bought that so I can wear that. Well, after the service, it was an anniversary service for our church down there where they came back. After the service, I was able to go up to them and be like, oh man, we missed you guys. Like, where you guys been? And how do I get that suit? And it was the Marine Corps dress blues. And so they were like, oh, you don't just buy this suit. You have to earn the right to wear this suit. Mm. And I was like, oh man, that's so cool. And so as I got older, I started doing research. And my dad was always like, hey, because I told my dad after that, I was like, I'm joining the Marines. From the age of 10, I knew I was going to join the Marine Corps. And so my dad always told me, like, hey, make sure you do your research. Like, don't do anything uninformed. And so I got to high school and I was like, okay, it's getting down to it. I know I want to join the military. I know I want to be a Marine. But let me do research on all these other branches. So I researched the Army and, great tradition, great pedigree, military academy, awesome. Didn't really float my boat. Researched the Navy, same, massive history, big traditions, but just didn't really call to me. Air Force, a little bit newer of a branch, but I saw what people would say about the Air Force, right? They called it the Chair Force. And so I was like, I don't know if I want people calling me, Chair Force for the rest of my life. And I know your pops was in the Air Force, but that was in a whole different era. Like, those were badasses. Like, nowadays, the Air Force is, a little softer, right? And when I saved the Marine Corps for the end because I was already kind of biased. And I didn't really do any research on the Coast Guard because nobody really cares about the Coast Guard, right? So when I started doing research on the Marine Corps, the biggest thing that stood out to me was the fact that they were the few and the proud. That always stood out to me. And then on top of that, you know, watching the guy on the commercial slay the dragon, that was always like a big thing. But you know, the few, the proud. It was that pride of belonging. In the Army, you don't call somebody in the Army an Army. In the Navy, you don't call somebody in the Navy a Navy. In the Air Force, you don't call somebody in the Air Force an Air Force. But in the Marine Corps, you call that person a Marine. The only branch that does that, you know? And so just looking at the different trainings, right? Boot camps, the recruit training, you know, and seeing the Army and the Air Force and the Navy was 6 to 8 weeks. The Marine Corps is 13 weeks. And there's only 2 places you can go. And MCRD San Diego, which we don't count, and Parris Island, which is the real boot camp, right? But everybody gets trained the same. There's no differentiation in, hey, this, you know, in the Navy, you know, certain rates go to a boot camp in Michigan, other rates go to boot camp in Texas, other rates. So they're trained differently according to what their job is going to be. In the Marine Corps, there's no separation. Everybody gets trained the same. The band members get trained the same as the infantry guys. The cyber guys get trained the same as the arty guys. Everybody gets the same initial training. And that just was like, I saw it and I was like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. I was working at McDonald's across the street from my high school the summer between my senior and my junior year. And I see a guy walk in. He's wearing this uniform. And I knew he was military. I just didn't know if he was a Marine or not. And so I took his order and I was like, hey, are you a Marine? He's like, yeah. And I was like, well, if you give me 15 minutes, I'm going to be on break. I want to talk to you about joining the Marines. That was Monday. So we sat down, and as a Marine Corps recruiter, there's this like whole...
Was he a recruiter?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he gets his, what did he get? He get a McRib?
No, well, I don't remember his order. I wish I remembered his order. But...
Did you work there when the McRib would come out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was like a seasonal thing. It would happen every once.
Did you eat the McRib?
I hated it.
You didn't like it at all?
Hated it.
Never?
Never.
I liked it early on.
I never had it early on.
You like the McChicken?
I was a big McChicken guy. Back in the day, it was the Chicken Deluxe. That was what it was called.
Quarter pounder?
Yeah, every once in a while. But we used to like making our own concoctions.
Did you ever have the McDLT?
The BLT?
No, the McDLT.
No, what's that?
You don't remember the McDLT?
No.
They used to put it in 2 separate sides of the carton so that the lettuce wouldn't get hot. And then you would take the carton and smash it over and make your... That was the McDLT.
That's before my time, you know? You're a little bit more...
Seasoned?
Seasoned, there you go. That's the word.
Yes. The McDLT, they need to bring that back.
I would try it.
They still do the McRib?
Well, I kind of can't do McDonald's anymore.
You can't. I can't either.
Like, I got a bunch of like stomach issues and like McDonald's, like...
I don't even think you have to have stomach issues to have something bad with McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And especially, I saw how the sausage was made. Like, I worked at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Okay, so you go out, you go on break. He's got a McRib. I'm saying he's got a McRib.
He's got a McRib.
He's got a McRib.
Yeah.
You know, he got sauce on the side of his mouth.
I know for sure he had a sweet tea.
He had a sweet tea?
For sure.
So you guys are definitely in the South.
Yeah, we're Florida.
People who are not in the South. Yeah. Well, Florida isn't the South, though.
I mean,
I'm talking dirty, dirty South.
Like
I'm
Georgia,
talking Georgia, Mississippi,
South
Tennessee.
Carolina, yeah.
That's the South.
Yeah, no, I got you.
I think that Florida is its own country.
Well, it's weird because
Texas, own country.
Because where you went in Fort Myers, that's like touristy.
Yeah.
The Fort Myers I know, it's hood.
Oh, I was walking. I walked and I got to it.
No, and like it's
I
weird
walked out of the touristy part
because there's a place where it separates. You have all the country boys.
I got there.
And you got all the hood.
Mm-hmm.
You know? In my high school we had both.
You had the country and the hood.
Country, hood.
Did you go between the two? Because you seem like you're
I was a chameleon.
You seem
I was a chameleon. You know, I had friends in all different cliques. I knew the Cubans. I knew the Dominicans. I was cool with the Puerto Ricans because I was Puerto Rican. The African Americans, like everybody. I knew. Like,
Cubans cool with Puerto Ricans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to baseball,
okay,
we're not friends.
Take me back to the recruiter.
So
he got a McRib and a sweet tea.
Sauce on his face, sweet tea.
Mm-hmm.
And as a recruiter, you have this like spiel you have to go through. There's this like whole, song and dance you have to go through before you get to the, hey, do you want to be a Marine stage? It would take me as a Marine Corps recruiter from point A, from you getting into the office to the end of our interview and talking and asking if you wanted to be a Marine, 1.5 to 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. If you have 3 interviews in a day, you preached 3 sermons in a day. That's what I equated it to.
Wow.
So it took mine 15 minutes because I had already done the ASVAB, which is the test you need to take before you join.
Got it.
I qualified for every job in the Marine Corps. And the only thing I was telling him was like, look, I don't care about everything else. I just want to be a Marine. And he was like, look, you know what? Screw all this. Let's get all the paperwork started. Let's talk to your parents. So I was like, look, it's Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday, and we have church. I won't be able to do tomorrow. Let's do Wednesday. He's like, all right, cool. What time? And I was like, well, I get off at like 3:30. I'll probably be home by 4. Let's do 4:30. I completely forgot. My dad picked me up from work because I didn't have a car. So my dad would pick me up from work. We get to the house.
In the Monte Carlo?
No, he had a 5.0. An
What?
84 5.0 at the time.
No way.
Red. Yeah.
Convertible?
No. He had an 84 5.0 at the time. Yeah, and it was
it's amazing that I know what you're talking about, but some people don't know that that's a Mustang.
Mustang, yeah.
5.0.
Yeah. And it was red.
With the top down so my hair can blow.
No, we had the hard top. And that was
I just said a lyric. You know that song?
No.
You don't know that song?
I listen to Spanish music.
Vanilla Ice, man.
I listen to Spanish music.
All Spanish music?
Almost all of it.
So were you happy when Bad Bunny did the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
So you do you listen to Bad Bunny all the time?
Yes. Well, he's part of my repertoire.
Okay, so as a non-Bad Bunny listener, I just didn't know any of his songs.
Yeah.
So I gotta work on that.
No, that's fine.
I gotta work on that.
There's a lot of people that didn't, right? Like, you got people that don't know Spanish that are diehard Bad Bunny fans.
Of course, yeah.
John Hamm, that dude's white as white.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny calls him Juan Hamon because of how much Bad Bunny he listens to. He invited him down to the residency in Puerto Rico, and he was there for a night at the residency in Puerto Rico singing all the Bad Bunny songs.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like John Hamm, huge Bad Bunny fan.
Okay. So the 5.0, he picks you up at the 5. What color? Red?
Is red. Okay. Yeah, red. It was the car I learned how to drive in.
Stick?
Yes. And I still to this day can't drive stick. I would stall that car out all the time. And
that was a beast of a car.
Yeah. And we had a lot right next to the house, and it was empty. And so it was all grass. And so we would drive in that. He got it from my grandpa. It was my grandpa's car.
What?
Yeah.
Your grandpa was a pimp, man.
If
he was driving a 5.0.
He was.
What year 5.0 was?
84.
You ever think about getting him one?
No.
Why not?
My dad didn't really like the car.
He didn't?
He didn't. It wasn't. My dad was more of like, he liked.
Like a Lincoln Continental.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two-door, 76.
We drove a 91 Mercury Sable, which is like the smaller Grand Marquis, for like 10 years.
Whatever happened to Mercury?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Lincoln.
We need to bring Mercury back.
Well, the Ford company.
Is Mercury even a car anymore?
I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
No, but they still got Lincoln. Lincoln's great.
Yeah, Lincoln.
But my dad was always a fan of like Continentals and like Grand Marquis and like those and Crown Victorias and like those style cars.
Oh yeah, pimping.
So when my grandfather moved to Florida, he was like, "Look, I don't need this car anymore." Like my grandpa had a limo at one point. Like he drove a limo from Philadelphia to Florida
with the boomerang on the back.
Yeah. The little spoiler. Yeah.
That was a that wasn't a spoiler.
Well, yeah.
It was an antenna.
Yeah.
For a cell phone. Did he have a cell phone in that?
He had a cell phone in there.
Did he have that big one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so he drove.
You dial on the back of it.
Yeah. And he would stock it full of snacks when he would drive down from Philly.
Yeah.
And we would take a joyride around Lehigh Acres and Fort Myers in the limo. He would drive us around in the limo. We had Slim Jims and Skittles and like all this craziness in the back of this limo. And so when he got to Florida,
he gave up.
He was like, look, he bought a Hyundai Santa Fe. And I was like, look, I don't need any of the rest of these cars. And he's like, I'm going to live the Florida life, like the real chill. Yeah. And so my dad bought the Mustang from him. Uh-huh. And so
he rolls up. Your dad picked you up from McDonald's.
So my dad picked me up from McDonald's. We get to the house, and my recruiter texts me, hey, in like 10 minutes, I'm going to be at the house. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, shit. I forgot. So I sit my mom and my dad down. My mom's cooking, real old school Latino household. Like, mom's cooking, dad's sitting at the table studying the Bible, like getting ready for, Thursdays and service and then Sunday service. And I sit them down. I'm like, Mom, Dad, I need you guys to hear me out. And they're like, what's going on? I think they thought I was going to tell them like I was high or I was like on drugs or something. I was like, look, I talked to a Marine Corps recruiter on Monday. He'll be here in 5 minutes. And my dad was like, what? I was like, well, you guys know, like I've always wanted to join the Marine Corps. Like, it's getting time to, sign up. And I really want you guys to be part of the decision, right? I was 17, so I needed their consent to join. And my dad was like, look, I don't care what happens, what he says, we're not signing anything today. We're just going to talk. So recruiter comes in, breaks bread with us. My mom was like, before you get to any business, before you do anything, you sit down and you eat with us. And we get to know you. Which he did. We spent about an hour, eating. And then he went to the car, grabbed his whiteboard and his easel and like put it up and mapped everything out. Your son's going to go to boot camp. Then he's going to go to combat training. Then he's going to go to job school. After job school, he's going to go to a duty station. At that duty station, he's going to do his job. There's a possibility of deployments to combat. He could get his education if he wants to. Like, just all the different opportunities that the Marine Corps has. That spiel took about an hour. When he got done, I'm expecting my dad to be like, all right, man, well, appreciate your time. Now get out. My dad looks over at me, and he had this, like, uncertain. It's the first time I see my dad uncertain. My dad's always been like this sure, like, knows what he's doing. It was like uncertainty. It was the first time it was weird. Because even when he had cancer, there was he always had this like crazy resolve.
Yeah.
He looks at me, he's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, Pop, like, I want to be a Marine. I want to do this. I'm going to do this regardless. When I turn 18 or now, I just want you guys to be part of my decision. He's like, okay, sounds good. What do we got to do? And so recruiter pulled out the paperwork, signed the paperwork. Wow. That was Wednesday. Friday night, I was driving down to Miami to go get processed into the delayed entry program. And so I was in the delayed entry program for a year, did my senior year of high school. A week after, I literally hit my 18-year mark from going to boot camp 2 days ago. Never looked back. I never looked back. My dad told me, if you're going to do this, you commit. As a man, what matters the most is your word. And if you're going to do this, you commit. You do it the right way. You don't just do 4 years. You make it a career. And I did. I didn't leave the Marine Corps how I wanted to. I wanted to do my full 20, but, my back just was not cooperating anymore. And after 18 years, it was time to hang it up.
Was there an impact for the back?
What do you mean?
Like, was there a instance, or was it just wear and tear?
It was just wear and tear. Okay. We used, like, old school, man. Like, we would go run 7 miles in 120-degree heat in Arizona. Wow. No warm up, no cool down. So it was like that for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then, getting to Pendleton, I would run the hills cold. I'd go run Well, you went to the air station, right?
No.
When we went on base, where'd you go?
I went on base the mud run.
Okay,
That's
so
the only
O'Neill.
time I've ever been on.
Do you know the radar on top of the hill? Have you seen
know
it?
nothing.
Okay, so
I went on a bus.
So when we get you on base to golf, there's a radar on top of a tall hill.
Okay.
We used to run that cold, no warm up, no stretching,
Really?
and it was just like that my whole career. And then on recruiting, you got to keep up with high schoolers. And so I'm sitting here smoking these high schoolers, these varsity football players at 26, 27, smoking them in races. And in one of my races, I partially tore my quad. So then was like, oh, you know what? This is like, I need to start taking care of myself. But that's when everything kind of started going downhill for me.
Started going, okay.
My back started, giving me issues, and, a bunch of other stuff popped up. And but the back was the real big one.
Yeah.
I would throw it out at, just bending over, I would throw it out.
You ever do it with sneezing?
Coughing.
No way.
Coughing.
First time I heard that was a baseball player.
Yeah.
Sneezing and popping their back out. And
Yeah.
I was like,
Nick was there when I did it.
really?
Nick, when I was changing, because I would go, one of the things I learned early on was like separate work and home,
Okay.
in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
So I'd never go to work in uniform. I would change over into my Superman suit at work, and it would put me in the mindset. And then I would change out of my Superman suit at the end of the day
Before you got in the car. So
to
you
put
come
me
home as dad.
in dad husband mode.
Yeah.
And so I was changing, and my locker was right outside Nick's office. And I coughed, and I go, ah. And he walks out. He's like, you good, bro? And I was like, I threw out my back. All I did was cough. And he's like, yep.
That's when unk has happened.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Start yelling at people, get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. What advantages has it given you, like going through 18 years?
Yeah.
And you and I have talked about this too.
Yeah.
Is it necessary for someone to say thank you for your service?
No, we don't do it for that. That's not what we do it for.
But does it make you feel uncomfortable when people say it?
It did for a while.
Because it's almost like I think that people who haven't served and they have someone, it's almost like they get nervous, don't know what to say. And then they're just like, thank you for your service.
Yeah. But you also have, like, one of the most compelling stories that happened to me on recruiting was I went to go one morning in the middle of Granada Hills, California, which is like northern LA.
Yeah.
I went to go grab gas in my government vehicle. And what I would do is I'd go get gas, I'd grab a snack, a Red Bull, whatever it was, and then I'd head off to, one of my schools, or I'd head off to the mall, whatever it was. And I'm in line, and a guy's behind me, and he's like, thank you for your service, but he's got tears in his eyes. And I'm like, what's going on with this guy? And so I was like, oh, I appreciate the support. He was like, look, I'm going to buy you your breakfast. And I was like, no. Like, I was never one to be like, oh, yeah, sure. I hated it. He's like, no, let me do this. My brother died in Iraq, was a Marine. Let me do this for you. And at that point, I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll concede.
Okay.
But his thing is he didn't have any anger or resentment towards the Marine Corps or the country because of whatever conflict was going on and where his brother died. He was proud of him, and he wanted to show that pride with what would be his brother, right? Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Honoring you, yeah.
And so,
that makes sense.
there's some situations like that where it's like they're doing it because of the pride that they feel because of family members or whatever it is. And then there's some people that are just like, oh, that's just the natural, like, conversation starter or like icebreaker. Thank you for your service. And it's, for us, it's not like we really don't have any feelings towards it,
Yeah.
Like, we're doing our job. We did we're doing what we signed up to do.
Yeah.
And
I think more for me, I said it too because I was just out of respect, and it was always, and my pop, I told you my pop was in the Air Force and stuff like that, and I remember saying it to a guy, and he just looked at me weird.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he came back and he was like, I didn't do it for you.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. And we had a laugh.
Yeah.
And then I asked him about it, and it was interesting because once I asked, because I think it's a situation where a lot of people don't even cross that bridge.
Right.
You know what I mean? What unfair advantages did you have once you came into, like, now you're in the financial world, right? But you're using the same principles.
100%. Yeah, it's just in civilian terminology. Like, we have these leadership traits and leadership principles in the Marine Corps. And a lot of those are applicable. I would say.
Is it JJ tie buckle or something?
JJ did tie buckle.
JJ did tie buckle.
Yeah, it's something different now because they added one more.
That's that's an acronym that like my buddy was like, all you have to do is JJ did tie buckle, and then he listed it off.
Yeah.
And halfway through, he couldn't even tell me what the words were for the acronym because he forgot them.
Yeah.
I was like, once it goes past 4 in an acronym,
you're done.
You're done.
Yeah.
What does it stand for? Can you get it?
Judgment, justice, dependability, initiative, decisiveness.
We still got tie buckle.
Yeah.
We still got tie buckle.
It's a whole.
That's no joke.
Yeah, and that's stuff that you learn in the Marine Corps. But what I'm leaning towards more is the leadership principles. So those are the leadership traits.
Okay.
The leadership principles.
Do you think everything has to be an acronym?
In the Marine Corps?
No, I'm saying in life.
In life? No.
Nah, because I remember I was speaking for a company one time and I asked them, what are your core principles? And I swear to you, she sent me like 25. 25 core principles? Yeah. That is a lot of core principles.
That's why we keep it simple in the military.
Yeah.
In the Marine Corps. Honor, courage, and commitment.
If you honor, courage, commitment.
That's the Marine Corps.
Bang.
Yeah.
Honor, H.
We don't acronym.
No, but let's acronym that one. What would that would be? Honor.
HCC.
HCC.
Yeah.
That is not that great.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they don't acronym it, right?
But I don't even like that. Do you like the acronyms that say something, like that have like a word, or do you just like the initials acronym? If you had to prefer one or the other.
The name ones.
The name ones.
Yeah.
They bother me sometimes.
Why?
Because people will be like, they'll have their acronym, and it's funny because they'll have their acronym and they think that is like
the name.
Well, that it's revolutionary.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you went in the encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't go in there. You went in Google.
Yeah.
And you listed off 4 things.
Yeah.
Honor, dependability.
Yeah. And
commitment.
Make this an acronym. Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's funny you say that because like all of our nomenclature for all of our equipment is acronyms, right?
Okay.
So like one of the pieces of equipment that we work with, it's the Expeditionary Air Traffic Control Tower.
Okay.
The nomenclature is the ANTSQ 120 Delta.
Okay.
All of our equipment, so even our radios, the PRC 150, the PRC 117.
Those acronyms make sense because if you were to list out the PRC what?
117.
Okay, say out the full words for that.
Portable radio communications.
That's a lot.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. But I'm talking about the acronym in the fact of like, when a person does an acronym and they think that acronym is just like world changing.
Yeah.
I have this.
What's one?
But I remember I used to be really into acronyms.
Yeah.
I remember when it first hit me.
Yeah.
And I was like, man.
Acronyms are great.
And then I would be standing in front of a crowd and I'd be like, you know what?
Yeah.
The Vice method.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Vice method. And then I'd be like, bam, 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 bam. And then now I see it from like a mile away. I'm like,
oh, here you go again.
Man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. But I like the abbreviations.
So
why'd you abbreviate your name? That's like an acronym.
There's a couple reasons, right? Gilberto it just doesn't roll off the tongue, right?
I think it does.
Yeah, if you say it in Spanish.
Okay.
In English, I don't mess with it too much.
Okay. Say it in Spanish so it rolls.
Gilberto.
Oh, that sounds.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It
very
rolls, right?
International.
But in English, it doesn't have the same effect.
Gilberto.
No. It doesn't. Gilberto.
Gilberto.
No, it doesn't sound the same, right? You know what I'm saying? So I shortened it, one, because it's just easier to say.
Okay.
Gil's,
one syllable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to
share.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go
Prince.
You want to go golf with Gil.
Dre.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to golf with Gil. Gilberto, not so much. Or Gilberto, not so much.
Okay. Well, say it in Spanish. I can't roll my R's.
Gilberto.
Okay, that one you might be.
Yeah.
You might be swimming with the fishes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So Gil is like it's just easier to say, rolls off the tongue, and I feel like it's a good flow to my full name,
Okay.
Gil Rosado Jr. Like it's a good flow,
Gil
you know.
Rosado.
You spelled it right, okay? Just making sure.
I can't believe that it wasn't because it's spelled right in my phone.
In your phone, yeah.
It's spelled right in my phone, but that one time online, and I was like, I feel like such a jerk.
No, I
fixed it.
But I told you, for me it wasn't.
That's your name.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't offensive to me. It was
okay.
The thing was like, it was just the message, right? We had a good conversation. I didn't care about the spotlight.
This one's a regal picture too, by the way.
I appreciate that.
That was taken. What's the button?
It's the SVA button. So this was during the trip to DC that I took a couple weeks ago.
What award did you win?
It was the Leadership and Legacy celebration where they awarded 20 of us across the different universities and across the nation.
Yeah.
We got a day in DC where we got to tour the State Department. We went behind the scenes. We ate lunch at the Army Navy Club in DC. We got to see, behind the scenes in the Capitol. We got to talk to a bunch of, bigwigs at Google, at different organizations that help veterans.
Yeah.
And then the keynote for the event was Ryan Pitts, Medal of Honor recipient.
Yeah.
This is the guy that laughed during his Medal of Honor ceremony because of what President Obama was saying. He's like, oh, they were getting pounded. And he was like, that was that guy. And so, cool, super awesome dude. Very down to earth, very chill. But a lot of them are.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the Medal of Honor recipients are super down to earth, super chill. Then we had dinner at the Highlander, and that's where we kind of ended the night. At the end of dinner, we went into the SVA building. Top of the building looks right over onto the White House. It was awesome.
SVA is amazing. I mean, when Nick called me about being an honorary ambassador for it, I had to respond. Like I had to be like, well, what does it entail? Because I want to make sure that I honor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's such a cool organization.
Trying to get.
You're right. It's such a cool organization, I thought.
Yeah.
The thing that blew me away is that night when we were there at Pendleton, or it's North County Veterans.
Yeah, Veterans Association of North County.
Okay. So when I was there, it blew me away that there was 3,500 certificates from Google, but only 1,100 of them had been utilized.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean? And that was done in partnership with
I can't remember his name. Who was the
Chris McFarland.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah. But so the president of the SVA, the national president of SVA, a guy by the name of Corey Boatwright.
Okay.
Came from LinkedIn. SVA needed a new president.
Yeah.
They were failing. They were, it was a whole mess up there, and was over at LinkedIn.
Like working at LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was a bigwig over at LinkedIn. So he had all these connections at like Google and different places. And
if you flip your headphones, your cord will be on the other side. Like if you take them off and just flip them around, then your cord will be on the other side. Yeah.
All right.
That makes it easy for you.
There we go.
It's easy.
So he saw the necessity and decided, you know what? I'm going to leave Google and go to the Student Veterans of America. Corey is Air Force.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna leave LinkedIn and go to Student Veterans of America. He's a Air Force vet.
Yeah.
Was the interim president? Yeah. Interim president for like 6 months, and then finally got voted in a few months ago.
Okay.
And through his like connections and through his partnerships from previous roles, he was able to have Google come in and do these certs for veterans, like free certs for veterans. And there's so many different certs. I did the marketing AI one.
Uh-huh.
Super simple. It was like 3 months. It's there's an instructor, and so you send them your work. They send you work. It's kind of like online college.
Yeah.
They send you, assignments throughout the week, the month, or whatever, and you turn them in. Super simple, super easy, and it was free. But there's so many different ones. There's like, AI. A bunch of them are AI, and like Gemini, like for Gemini.
Well, it blew me away too because my cousin, I think he's my cousin's son, so it'd be like second cousin or whatever. I think of him as a nephew. Julian in the Marines.
Okay. Where's he at?
He's here in San Diego. Oh. Would a Marine be downtown, or is that Navy?
Yeah.
Okay.
The MCRD is down there.
Okay, so I'm almost positive he's in the Marines, but I asked him about if he knew about SVA, and he was like, he didn't. And I said, have you got involved with AMU? And he was like, he just looked at me blank.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you could go get your education and it'll be taken care of.
But it's for us, it's hard, right? So here, my story when it comes to getting my education, I waited 15 years to start school. I would always find some sort of excuse.
So would you say like a kid getting in, so like, say like Dylan is in what, 7 years or something like that?
No, he's
7 or 8
14.
years. Is he 14?
Yeah, he's at 14, yeah.
So, but there's a couple of kids because I'm doing the senior leadership and then I'm doing the, when I call them kids, the young bucks.
Yeah.
Would you say, I mean, knowing what I know, which I don't get the benefit of it, right when I got in, I would start hammering that stuff right away.
So after I started school, and I realized like it wasn't like this crazy thing that was going to take so much time or that it was going to be super hard. Knowing that the university AMU worked, with me in terms of like, hey, like I would hit up my professors, and if I had a crazy week, like there's one week I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I hit up my professor. I was like, hey, I was in the hospital this week. Can I get some extra time? I had a paper due or something. And that professor hit me back up, within an hour and was like, hey, don't trip. As long as you turn it in, before the last date of class, I'll count it full credit because you let me know. And they work with you. I've seen guys go on deployment, they go to AMU and they're like, hey, like I need to turn in my, assignments, a little late because we're going to be traveling. I'm going to be on a boat and not going to have, access to, Wi-Fi or anything like that. And they'll work with them, which is the beauty of AMU. It was founded by a Marine vet,
Yeah.
And so they really take into account, your service, what you're doing, what you've done, and, they really work with you, Like I said, when I did my transfer credit evaluation, because everything you do in the Marine Corps has like a credit value depending on the university. I was like, man, it's going to take me like 3 years to get this bachelor's degree. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to do it. I'm finally going to set my, my mind to it. I had really good like mentors and, guys pushing me, Nick, Gil, like those guys. And when I did my transfer credit evaluation, it gave me 75 credits towards the 120 credit bachelor's degree. Everything I'd done in the Marine Corps, I'd never stepped a foot into a college classroom, never done, any online college, just everything I've done throughout my Marine Corps career. And it was 75 credits. And then on top of that, 3 of those classes I could test out of and get those credits without having to do that class. So I ended up only having to do 12 classes, which took me about 2 years because I took like a 6-8 month break in between. But all I do is 12 classes and I got my bachelor's degree. And it was all paid for by the Marine Corps. I didn't pay 1 red cent out of my pocket. Nothing.
More people need to know about SVA. Yeah. I mean, more people need to know about AMU, And when I asked Nick when they asked me about being an honorary ambassador for him, again, I wanted to make sure that I could deliver because I want to make sure that I add value. And I was like, well, what do you need me to, what do you need? You know, because I want to make like, it could be a time constraint.
Yeah.
And they were like, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know,
I think the fact that you're advocating for us, even in like just giving me a call last week and just, hey man, talk to me about your experiences. Talk to me about AMU, SVA. Like that right there going out, and the university's already hit me up. SVA's already been hitting me up like, hey, thank you for, pushing that. I was like, you guys should hit up Kelly because he's the one that's got the platform. And you've already heard from Meg.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's awesome what you're doing.
Well, I appreciate
for
it.
us, and doing, leadership seminars and, being a guest speaker, ambassador for the SVA and guest speaking at the socials. Like,
I'm going to be doing something on Pendleton. I'm talking with Nick. So in October, I'm going to be speaking on Pendleton. And it just means the world to me because the jacket you told me I couldn't wear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
where is it at? I haven't seen it, by the way.
You want me to go get it?
We'll take a look at it later.
Okay.
The thing is,
I know, I understand. I'm just going to wear it when you're not watching. That's what it is.
Whatever you do in your house, Kelly, I can't tell you what to do in your house.
It just means the world to me with because my pops, my pops was served in the Air Force and then he was with NASA for a bit, and just for me, being a military brat, there was so many unfair advantages. Yeah. There was so many crazy unfair that I didn't see at the time. Yeah. So when you go like financial world, I think this one's a big one because we touched on it just a little bit. I'm stealing one of your waters.
Yeah, take it.
We touched on it just a little bit, but like as a small business owner, what are some of the biggest missteps because as a small business owner, the number one challenge
is access to capital.
Yeah, and just cash flow itself. Yeah. I mean, a lot of times, and this is what I talked with the president of Paul Mitchell. He took him from a couple $1 million into the multi-billions a year.
Yeah.
And he was saying the number one thing that kills a business is cash flow. Yeah.
I think it's like we talked about before. These clients don't really know what, or these small business owners don't really know what they can and can't do. Because a lot of these small business owners don't go to business school. They're good
at their craft.
Exactly. And so knowing that, there's different ways to access capital and grow.
Yeah.
Or even kind of just stay afloat. There's a lot of businesses that want to stay afloat, pay their payroll. Pay people for their services or whatever, and so a lot of people don't know what's out there for them. They just think they can go to the bank, request a business loan, and the bank's going to give it to them. When we all know that the banks only really want to work with bigger companies.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it takes 30, 60, 90 days for them to come back with a decision letter that's going to be denied anyway. A lot of these small businesses don't have that luxury to be able to wait, the 30, 60, 90 days. They need access to that capital and they need it on demand, right? And so, what we do at Working Capital Marketplace is we've partnered with 85 different lenders and funders.
So you already have the relationships. Yeah. It's kind of almost like if I needed, my backyard built, I can go out and find all these people and hopefully one of them works. Or I can go to my friend who knows all the people who could build my backyard tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I make one call and those guys already have the relationships and put it. But what I would say too, as far as small business, this goes back to the acronym thing. Yeah. So maybe I'm going to become the guy that I didn't. I would say that the small business, before they go after capital, if I was looking, because I've owned small businesses multiple, is I would look at 5 things before you go and get capital.
Okay.
I would look at your culture. I would look at your processes and procedures, make sure that they're efficient. I would look at your efficiency.
Okay.
I would look at your innovation, your ability to adapt immediately.
Okay.
I would look at those things and have those in line before you go get money, because most of the time small business owners think that if I just get the money, it's going to solve the challenge.
Yeah.
When they're challenged most of the time, if you have a challenge with adapting immediately, most of the time it's because you don't have much innovation. If you don't have much innovation, you don't have efficiencies or you don't report that.
Yeah.
If you don't have efficiencies,
Your
you haven't
culture.
looked at your processes.
Yeah.
And if you're having problems with your processes, it goes right back to the culture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I've just watched so many people have so many challenges and then think, oh, I'm just going to throw money at it.
Yeah.
And then they get themselves into a place where they're fixing.
Yeah.
You know, I would say fix the hole in the boat and then go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would even say that when you're going to start.
Yeah.
Or if you've started, it's never too late. And it doesn't take that long to be able to look at it. Look at your culture. Like look at it. And, you know, I think you've heard me say it before, but I had a woman that I worked with and she was like, my problem is I don't have any culture. I was like, no, your culture is people showing up late.
Yeah.
And not being efficient.
It's not that you don't have a culture, you have a bad culture.
Or just a culture that people adhere to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my TED talk for today.
Yeah. I appreciate you letting me listen. No, but yeah, you're 100% right. And like I said, a lot of the things that I believe stem from, you know, the Marine Corps, right? And like you said, that's exactly how we believe in the Marine Corps is like, you know, processes, standard operating procedures, things like that lead to morale, right? And that morale leads to the culture and how we do things. You know, it all revolves around, you know, how efficient you are. And your efficiency relies on the policies and the procedures. Your policies and procedures affect, you know, your culture. So it's just a revolving circle. And you know, I would agree, you know, if before getting the cash flow, like, you know, take a look at the holes in the boat, patch them up if you can.
But obviously there's going to be situations where a person is in need and you need to be able to do that. But during that process, you know, just because, again, like I watch it where, say we, you know, I've been a proponent, because I've been on both sides, I've been a proponent of making sure, like, if you can be super efficient with your cash flow, right? And then you go access capital, like say a company like yours, and then you access capital, now you can add fuel to what you're doing. Whereas if you're not efficient and then you just go get more money, you're going to be...
You're basically throwing it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
Which can get people into...
A lot of trouble.
Into trouble.
Yeah. And we see that on a I would say, you know, on a regular basis, you know, people with, you know, 7, 8, 9 positions, you know, but the good thing is, like I said, what we do is we try to work with the client in the sense of like, hey, let's get you to a point where you can scale back these positions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of having 8 positions, let's consolidate, right? Let's get you a better rate on, you know, however many positions you have, right? And like I said, we really take we say it's a sales job, but it's more of a consulting job with, you know, these clients, right? Yeah. We're getting to know them on a personal level. We're getting to know, you know, what their business is, what they're needing the cash flow for, and we're able to kind of, because we've got guys that have you know, decades of experience that have seen businesses grow and fail before, like, and so they're able to be like, hey, like, you know, if you want to do this, I would suggest you consolidate these positions, you know, go with this, you know, specific deal because the interest rate comes down. Yes, you have a longer payment, but in the end of the day, it's better for you and your company. Yeah. And so, and on top of that, we're able to do, you know, if there is a company that they're a client that's in need, we're able to talk to these, you know, lenders and funders on a personal basis. Yeah. Like, hey, you know, we have people at these companies and we know, and we can talk to them. Hey, this is what it says in black and white, but this is the story behind the black and white, right? Yeah. This is what, you know, the plans are. This is what is going to happen. This is where it's trending, right? And we're able to kind of fight for our clients in that sense. And get them funded, right? And like I said, like I told you, we do it. You know, a lead comes in, you know, early, you know, 8 o'clock in the morning, And a lot of the times by 1, 2 o'clock, they're funded.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, it's a testament to, the leadership that, the things that they've gone through and they've seen in the industry. Everything that they do is for the client, right? My CEO is on the phone with clients all day, every day, kind of explaining to them, hey, this is, what we got you. This is how we got you this. And this is how it's going to help you. And at the end of the day, like, it's a business, right? We make money, right?
Of course.
But the way they're doing it, I mean, I tell them all the time, I feel like I'm part of a Marine Corps shop.
Yeah.
Because there are like set black and white standards like, hey, this is how we do business. We don't do anything shady. We don't do anything, in the gray area. It's all black and white. And so, it's awesome to see, and then what's the best part is the clients coming back.
Yeah.
There's clients that come back on a weekly basis. Like, hey, you guys got me, 6 months ago. What can we do now? Like, I'm trying to expand. I'm trying to buy a new truck for my business. I'm trying to buy a new excavator for my business. How do we go about doing that? And our renewals department off the hook. That's one of the biggest compliments is them coming back and using our services over and over and over again, because of how we do business, And my job in the grand scheme of things is bringing in people that are gonna apport to that. Like, they're gonna support that, right? Like I was telling you, my first 3 hires, these guys, dogs, and they've been helping out like since day 2, day 3, they were already on the phones.
Really?
Now 3.5 months in, one of my guys graduated. He's got his first promotion. 3.5 months in.
Wow.
But he's helped so many businesses along the way. And like I said, we've done it the right way. The leadership has definitely set up a culture there that, they have a set way of doing things. And it's that way. You don't do it any other way. That's the way we do it. We don't veer off and try our own thing. It's that way. And even with me, like I was like, I want to conform to what you guys got because what you guys got is a good thing going. So, I've done that as well. And then bringing in the talent that we're bringing in is only going to help support that. And we're doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So, I really do. I do think that, clients, business owners, they'll definitely benefit off of, a service like that from a company like ours, right? Because again, we're doing it the right way. We're helping them get to where they need to be, even if they're not qualified, right? We're having those conversations with them and letting them know how to get qualified. But yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
What about like when you when you're talking about financing the right way or doing the right things? There's always gray area in everything, right? And say when you're dealing with your pop, if there was something available to him in the health side that wasn't approved,
you're saying like,
because
if he had to go to Mexico,
we're talking black and white, because obviously in business we want to make sure that we're above board, we're all things. How do you know? Because say for instance, someone said to me the other day, they were talking about Maddox, and they said, if this part was available and it could help Maddox, gray area. Yeah. My answer was yes, 100%.
I would do it.
Yeah.
Like I know, a big issue of contention is like stem cell research. Mm-hmm. I know Columbia is great at it. They have like massive.
Would you take your dad down?
I would.
Okay, he wouldn't go.
He wouldn't go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I wanted to get my pop because my pops had prostate cancer. That's how he passed away. And one of my buddies was doing stem cells. Yeah. But my dad was dealing with the VA. Mm-hmm. So if he had any treatment, it would nullify.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we can do the treatment. And no one knows.
No one knows. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to go,
But I think I was open to it, but my pop,
Yeah.
he was, whether it be stem cells, I just think at that point you think doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just get them there. But generationally,
Yeah.
our parents feel.
Yeah.
Do you think that are you starting to get off your lawn feel? Do you have some?
I do.
One of my buddies said he had none, and I was like, that's not true.
Yeah, you have something. Everybody's got something. After the age of 30, you have something.
Do you think it's 30?
I think 30.
Okay.
Especially,
what's your main get off your lawn?
I don't necessarily
I've got one.
What's that?
You didn't even ask me.
What's yours?
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
It's when a dude does a pushback lineup.
Oh, like on your...
Yeah, like a pushback lineup. Like the NBA is big on this. They'll have dreads.
Yeah.
And they'll cut their hair back 3 inches and line it up.
Yeah. No, okay.
I saw a kid the other day that had that, and they just had bangs.
Yeah.
They just had bangs.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it was awful.
I'll tell you what mine is.
Okay.
It's if you go somewhere like, I don't know, let's say you go to dinner.
Yeah.
At a nicer restaurant.
Okay. Talking Denny's.
No. Like Olive Garden.
Sizzler.
Olive Garden.
Okay.
Yeah. A little
Free
bit
breadsticks.
more class. Yeah.
Breadsticks.
And seeing like people there in like shorts and flip flops, like it kills me.
Goes back to pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really does. Because we always, look good. My mom would never let us out. Even now, my mom will come, and if I have a shirt that's a little wrinkly, she'll be like, take it off before we go.
You look smooth today.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You iron stuff today?
No.
You didn't?
I got a steamer, and so I
steam.
I steam. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is that a new shirt? Is it?
It's not new.
No, but it's not part of the collection.
No, it's there. True Classic. They need to sponsor the podcast. You ever had True Classic?
I hate it.
You do?
Built Basics.
Built
I
Basics?
told you this. Yeah.
Man, I went
Basics.
I went True Classic. Have you tried True Classics?
Yeah.
But I tried True Classic. I'm talking basics, like just black and white tees.
Yeah.
I like them.
I did their
They felt good.
package.
Yeah.
I did their 5 pants package.
Yeah. I didn't do the pants.
I did their
Pants are different.
I did the 8 shirts.
Yeah.
And I paid like $200. It was super cheap.
Okay.
Didn't like it.
Didn't like it.
Did not like it.
See, I can't wait for you. I'm gonna get you some of the vibe.
I was gonna say
these ones are so great, especially for dads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like it's loose, flowy.
It's
like
loose.
I've seen
It's
a
got a
couple.
little something, and then one of the shirts has some structure to it, so it's like anti-dad bod. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying you got
I'm
dad
the epitome.
bod.
No,
You know
I'm
what
the
I'm saying?
epitome of dad bod.
But you're gonna dig that one.
Yeah.
You're gonna dig it.
Yeah. I've seen the green one. I like
Yeah, the green one is gangster.
the distressed black
one.
Yeah.
And then we
great.
got 2 hoodies, and then we got some pants. They're a blade shape. Have you ever seen these type of pants?
Are they like baggy?
No, they're a little not super baggy. They're slimmer, but the blade on the is this way. Like it's almost like a C. It's the leg. So the way that they fit, it's a Japanese cut.
Yeah.
And the way that they fit, it's gangster.
I might have to try them out.
You dig it.
Because I'm with Built, it's super easy, right? I grab a shirt because all their shirts match with all their pants, and all their pants match with all their shirts.
Yeah.
And just pick a polo out, pick a pair of pants out, match it with some shoes, and I'm off
you
for the
get
day.
your gaiters on.
No, I don't have gators.
I know. You got those low 5s right now.
Yeah.
Was it SV whatever or PS?
PSG 5
PSGs,
lows.
yeah. I like them.
They're super comfy actually, which
They're
is
nice.
surprising.
I like the 5. I like the 5s. I was a 3 and a 4.
Yeah.
Just because my parents bought us the 4s when we were in high school.
So my favorite Jordans, and you're gonna think I'm crazy because everybody thinks I'm crazy, are the 14s.
I don't even know what they look like.
I'll show you right now. My favorite Jordans are the Last Shot 14s. One, because it was the first pair of Jordans I bought myself, and just the color scheme. The colorway is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
The yellow, red, black.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're super comfy.
Do you have these?
Not anymore.
I remember the red ones. I remember. Oh no. Is the red Ferrari ones?
Yeah. The 14s.
The 14s have a Ferrari one.
Yeah.
They're all different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those in the 13s, my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those in the 13s are my favorites.
So, what year were you born?
1990.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, mine were 87. Was it 87? No. It was 90. When was the Force? When did the Force come out?
92?
89.
Or 89, yeah,
89.
yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, that it's a nostalgic kind of.
I love the Force. I'm telling you, like, I just bought the Flight Club Force.
Yeah.
Super comfy.
What
super
color is
clean.
Flight Club?
They're like off-white, red and black.
Okay.
They're super clean. And
I like them. They don't fit my feet anymore, though.
really?
Yeah.
And that's why the ones are awesome.
The ones are nice. I never liked the ones until I got these as a gift.
The low ones
Yeah.
are my favorite.
I got them as a gift, and then I fell in love with them. And then I always wanted the Voodoos,
Okay.
and the Voodoos are the only good thing that Zion ever did
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Yeah. He still hasn't done anything of note.
Dude, I don't like the fact that they're talking about him going to the Warriors either. He's broke off.
He needs to retire.
He's broke off.
Do you remember the kid that was drafted from Ohio State? Super tall. He was like #1 pick. He played like 7 games.
He played for the Warriors.
No, he played. I forgot who he was drafted by, but there was so much hype behind him. Same thing with Zion. So much hype behind him.
Yeah.
He's done nothing.
Zion, I just think that I don't know. I mean, and I think it would be tough. I mean, you get paid that much.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd be that motivated to get up.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Baseball has the same problem right now.
Okay.
There's a guy by the name of Anthony Rendon.
Uh-huh.
He signed a massive $300 million deal with the Angels.
Oh,
So-
that tells the whole story.
Right. So it was supposed to be him and Ohtani and Mike Trout, and like that was supposed to be like the foundation of a team that was supposed to make it big. Within a year of him signing that deal, like it's been 6 years since he signed the deal. He's played like 80 games for him.
Really? That sucks.
It's insane. And he's like, I don't really have a want or a need to like come back.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is what you get paid for. He's like, well, I mean, I'm getting paid regardless. So, because it's a fully guaranteed deal.
Damn.
I'm like, yo, I missed out.
Yeah.
I missed out. But it is what it is, you know? If he goes to Golden State, he's just going to take up salary cap.
It's going to take up salary. I don't even think we should have went after Kristaps. He's broke off too.
You think?
There's big talk about LeBron. I don't want that.
Do you think they trade? Because there's also Giannis. They're talking about Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
So you think they trade away Draymond for Giannis?
I think they figure out a way to be able to keep. I mean, I would say Draymond and Giannis on the team.
Yeah.
But I just think that, I mean, people have an argument, which is valid. I mean, there's silly behaviors and things like that. I'm just a avid fan. I love there's heart and souls of the team.
Yeah.
Right. He makes a lot of stupid decisions.
A lot.
The being down 3-1, that was Draymond's fault. When LeBron stepped over him and he punched him.
Yeah.
Had he not done that,
The Golden State might have.
oh, I mean, Golden State wins that.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I like Draymond. I mean, I like Draymond. I just think he plays in the wrong era. That's what it is.
He's a '90s guy.
Yeah. If he played in the 90s, I mean, that's just normal behavior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now
it's
it's a technical. He's gonna get called for a technical almost every game.
Yeah. But the facilitation of him, what he does, like it's hard because like I remember when him and Austin Rivers were going at each other, and Austin's like you know all this stuff, and it's like Austin, pipe it down, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're
gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to pipe that down.
Yeah.
And when he was talking about all the You just he said it like, I respect you as a champion, all this stuff, but you were the luckiest guy being on that team. That team doesn't win without Draymond.
Yeah.
Though. Now, obviously Curry is the number one. I think we should have negotiated with Clay.
Yeah.
And kept Clay and let him retire a Warrior. This is my thought.
Yeah.
This is my thought.
Yeah. I mean, Clay's on was starting his decline.
Decline, definitely. Definitely.
Getting older, just not being as productive. So I didn't mind the move.
Yeah.
Not a Golden State fan.
No. You're Sixers.
fan.
Okay. All right.
But when I was, like I told you, I was a big LeBron fan in my younger days.
Yeah.
So when he went down to Miami with D Wade and Chris Paul, because I loved Miami when it was Shaq and D Wade and Alonzo Mourning.
Oh yeah.
And back in 05, right? And so and I always kind of kept up with Miami because, from
Being
3 hours.
there,
Yeah. And then LeBron signed with the Heat with Chris Bosh and D Wade, and then a year later Ray Allen comes, and it was a great era for the Miami Heat. That 4 years or whatever it was, and I kept up with it because of LeBron.
Yeah.
And but I'm it all comes back to Philly.
Yeah.
I'm a big Sixers fan. Right now, what the wife and I are doing right now is we just started watching hockey. And I get it.
You do?
I do. It was
Still haven't got it.
I'm telling you, it's probably.
But you like soccer too.
I do like soccer. It's completely different.
But here's my deal.
Yeah.
If I watch 3 hours of something, 2 hours of something,
yeah,
and I see 5 scores,
mm-hmm.
I'm not tuning in.
Yeah.
That's the tough part. Now, I have a niece who's an amazing soccer player.
Yeah.
She plays for Cal Lutheran.
Okay.
Amazing. Go to the game, watch her, love it. Watch the way that they control all the stuff.
It's different being there.
It's different.
Yeah.
And because it's her, she's, I'm going to love it no matter what.
Right.
Like Vegas, because I was in Vegas for years, and then Vegas became so big on, the nights and everything like that. And everyone's like, you got to go to a game. If you go to a game, it's going to change things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
Did you ever go?
I haven't been to a NHL. I've been to, like the lower level.
Yeah.
I just can't get over the scoring part. Like,
and that for me is the most interesting part.
Really?
Yeah.
See, in soccer, here's my thought, and this is going to be super unpopular. I think they should make the goal all the way across the field, put 5 goalies in, and I want the score to be 75 to 100. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing is, like, there's so much
strategy.
It's a game of chess.
Yeah.
You got, each pass has its reasons. It's not like they're randomly passing it back and forth to each other.
But there's no stat.
I get you.
For the fan.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
But it's all strategy. It's setting up the score. And I think for me, like, what we've been watching the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup is now, it's Vegas and Carolina.
Is it 2-2 right now or 2-3?
It's 2-2.
Okay, 2-2. Yeah.
And all 4 games have been like super tight.
That collapse.
Yeah.
What they were up 5?
Yeah.
Or no, they were up 4
it was
going
4.
into the third period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, and I'm telling you, like, I'm not a fan of either team. I'm not even a fan of hockey. And I'm like, okay, next year, we're watching every game.
Oh, wow.
I'm watching the Flyers.
That's a commitment.
I'm watching the Flyers.
That's
every
a commitment.
game. Yeah, I mean, it's I've never sat down, and for me, I think the biggest thing is because I didn't understand, like, penalties, how does it work? Within a game, I was like, I was tracking. Okay, icing penalty, dope. Gotcha. Now they do a face-off in the defensive zone for the player or the team that got the icing call against. Yeah. Power plays. I didn't know that was like a penalty where a player from one of the penalized team goes into the box and now they play one man down.
Yeah.
I had no idea what these things were, and then like this week I've been doing a kind of deep dive in hockey, and the wife and I are just insane, loving it. So,
really?
Yeah, I think Game 5 is tonight.
Yeah, definitely won't be watching it. Yeah, I'm going to ask you about
ask me.
it.
Yeah,
I'll ask you. I just want scores, like, and I'm not like, I just want to see.
But what I equate it to is like,
my brother is this way too. My brother, you and my brother would have a good conversation because he's like, no, they controlled the game the whole time. They really smashed them.
Even a one-zip game.
Yeah. That ain't happening, man. Yeah. Like, how's a game going to end in a tie?
You know, and it's funny, like, I have the same hot take in baseball. I love a pitcher's duel.
Really?
I love a 1-0 game where pitchers are going at it, where it's great pitching. You know, hitters can't do anything. And it's just two great pitchers. I love watching those games.
That's why I played RBI baseball, and we would just push the button. Yeah, that was the rule. You push the button, it's going straight through. So you're just knocking things
out of the park.
Playing with Alan Trammell on RBI baseball from original Nintendo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see scores.
And now I love those games too.
That's why I love steroids.
The 90s?
You know what I'm saying? Like, give the dudes steroids if they want to take them.
Yeah.
Give them steroids. Nobody was watching Mark McGwire before steroids.
Nope.
Nobody watching
Sammy Sosa,
Barry Bonds during that time.
Jose Canseco,
give them. I'm saying, call them peptides, call them whatever you want. I'm saying, juice it up and give me some bombs.
Yeah, I agree.
And make the field bigger. You know, if you want,
because
you know what I'm saying. Like, so they jack a 600. You know,
put the fields back on another 50 feet. And see how,
and just give them, just make steroids mandatory.
So there was a baseball park back in the 20s, 30s. It's called Polo Grounds in New York.
Okay.
And this field, if you look at this field, I mean, it had like the foul poles were short, 250, 280.
Yeah.
And you'd hit a home run. But if you hit a home run to dead center, you're hitting that thing like 580 feet. And that's a wall scraper at 580 feet.
Wow.
You know, I mean, it was massive, huge park. So I play a lot of MLB The Show, which is, you know, the PlayStation. It's the new RBI baseball, right?
Yeah. Ain't nothing got RBI baseball.
No,
I mean, that's simple. They had that big club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Looking like a Keystone Cop.
Yeah.
You know?
And so we play that park. Like I like playing that park because I like getting like the big, like Ohtani, seeing if I can take Ohtani and hit a home run dead center. Taking like Kyle Schwarber and like seeing if I can hit home run dead center.
You play? Wait, does your wife play?
No.
Okay, I was about to say.
She doesn't like video games.
Have you seen NBA The Run yet?
No.
So NBA The Run is like street ball.
So like NBA Jam.
Yeah. Well, no, NBA Jam was 2-on-2 on the court. But this is like street ball.
Oh, NBA Street.
Like NBA Street, but it's called NBA The Run. Mm-hmm. And Cool Bob Love, Bobito from Bobito and Stretch Armstrong. Yeah. He's the voice of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
So I just reached out to him yesterday because I was like, can I buy the
pre-release?
Well, can I buy it and then send it to you so you could autograph it for my son?
Oh, yeah.
And the weird thing is, he's like, hey man, like there's no physical copy because you download them now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was
especially
like,
with,
I want to buy it.
Like the newer game, like PS5, like is it going to be a PlayStation or Xbox?
It's PS5. It's out now.
Yeah.
NBA The Run.
Yeah. It's they're going digital. It's crazy. I like a physical.
I want the physical, and then I get the digital. So
yeah. So like one of my things is like Bryce Harper, the year he signed with the Phillies, was on the cover of MLB The Show.
Yeah.
And so in all the promotion, because he was still a free agent, nobody knew where he was going to sign. In all the promotion,
there's no
he
uniform.
was in no uniform, a gray jersey, whatever.
Yeah.
And the hat. So I usually buy the MVP Deluxe Edition, right? Because it comes with a hat. I was going to wear one of those hats today, but it comes with a hat. And I'm a big hat guy. Love hats. And so this one was like gray black with like a leather patch on the on the front. I want to have Bryce Harper sign it, like sign the box and the hat. And so one of these days I'll make it out to like spring training or something like that, or like make it out to, because they already came to San Diego. One of these days, they're coming to Anaheim.
He was the Las Vegas guy.
He is a Las Vegas guy.
So we were there in Vegas when he was going through his stuff. Yeah. Hey, you know the drill with my kids.
Okay.
Do you know the drill?
No.
You haven't listened to the end of a podcast then.
I
started the podcast because of my kids.
Yeah.
And you give advice to my kids.
Yeah.
Maddox and McKenna.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for those two? besides not watching soccer and not watching hockey. And to all my hockey fans, I love you guys, but I honestly, give me more scoring. Make the net bigger. Give me a couple more goalies. You know what I'm saying? Let me have a stat line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm covering it on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, he had 3 kicks back to someone that ended in no goal. Like, why? Okay. All right.
You know, it's funny.
So the stat line is I threw 3 passes that didn't end up with an assist.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
You know, what's funny is that, you know, at the end of the game, if one team's down, they'll leave the goal empty. The team that's down leave their goal empty. Right. Yeah, it's the craziest thing I've seen. So this last game, Vegas left their goal empty because they were down 1, and with like 2 minutes left, some guy on Carolina smacked the puck. It bounced off one of the walls and right into the goal. I mean, it's so fun. It's fun to watch. I like it. Maybe, you know what?
Maybe we'll go no goalie then.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
advice.
Maddox and McKenna.
So
Maddox is a sports guy. McKenna is a performer and in the arts.
Okay. Make sure you dump the the Titans and become Eagles fans. I'm just playing. Sports. One thing I learned too late in life was taking care of your body early on. So make sure that, you know, the warm-ups and the things that you do before a game, take those to heart, because those are going to help you later on in life when it comes to like your mobility and how you're able to continue being physical later on in life, right? Yeah. So creating those habits early will definitely help you out in life. My daughter is a band geek, loves it. I love it. So she's in the arts as well. And the biggest thing that I tell her, which I'll pass on to your daughter, is that a lot of people say practice makes perfect. I don't believe that. Practice how you play, right? So perfect practice makes perfect. If you keep honing your craft, like my daughter right now, she's probably at home with her trombone going crazy. But she's like, this is where you kind of work out the kinks, right? And then she goes into band camp in a couple weeks, and then from there, comp season starts. So, like, I tell her to practice, you know, as she's gonna play in her performances. Don't mess around, because you're gonna, like, when we do Marine Corps martial arts, we do repetitions, I guess, if we were doing it on somebody in combat, right? Yeah. So if you practice how you're gonna play, when you go to play, it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be something new. Your heart rate's not gonna be elevated because you're like, oh, am I prepared or not? It's probably gonna be elevated because, hey, it's a lot of people, whatever. But if you practice how you play, it's gonna be easier to perform, right? And then for both of them combined, one of the biggest thing that got me through just life in general is having a positive attitude. I know it's cliche. I know people hate saying that, right? And I know you're like the poster boy for positive attitude, and like I know you tell your kids all the time the same thing, but your mentality and your like the way you approach things dictates how your relationships go, dictates what opportunities you're going to have in life. It's going to dictate a bunch of different things. A lot of people don't want to associate themselves with negativity. And for me, I've always been a glass half full kind of guy. I've done things in my career that I didn't want to do, but I did them with a positive mindset. Mm-hmm. And that led me to even more success, right? And so if you have a good positive mental attitude, it's going to take you places. It's going to give you those moments, and those moments are going to give you that momentum, and it's going to lead to legendary results, right? Mm-hmm. And so I wholeheartedly believe that positive mental attitude is key in anything in life. So yeah, that's what I would give them.
you said that you were nervous last night.
Yeah.
But you're phenomenal. You know what I mean? Just to be able to sit down and have a conversation with you is incredible, man.
Yeah. It's like a duck. You ever seen a duck swim?
Oh, yeah. Flapping underneath the water and smooth across.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's so cool. I mean, I want to have you on more.
Yeah.
You know, because
I'm 30 minutes away.
But you're not going to be able to convince me on this hockey and soccer thing.
Let's go to a game.
Okay.
Let's go to an NHL game.
I'll go to a game.
Yeah.
My brother has talked about this too, because my brother is there in Vegas, and we were there in Vegas, and doesn't mean that I don't appreciate it. I appreciate the sport. I appreciate the athletes. I appreciate all those things.
Yeah. Anaheim is an hour and a half away.
Okay.
They have the Ducks there.
All right. So
Next season.
All right. And I'm open.
I get free tickets all the time.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this, but there's a veteran website called VetTix. I think I told you about it last time.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And they offered free tickets to military. These are some of these like unfair advantages that we talk about, right? Free tickets. So next Sunday after,
okay,
NASCAR in San Diego.
Yeah.
I got free tickets to it through
You're
that
a
website.
Gangster.
So I'll be going to watch a NASCAR race. Tickets are $300-400. I got them for free. I used to go to Bellator fights. I used to go to boxing matches. We've been to a bunch of plays and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'll wait for them to drop some tickets on VetTix for Anaheim.
Okay.
I'll get a few and we'll go.
All right.
It'll be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna become a fan, but I'll enjoy.
Look,
I'll enjoy the experience. It's with you.
It's a free. It's a
That's
free
a
ticket.
get off my lawn.
What?
I'm going to say
The
get
hockey.
off my lawn.
Yeah.
The hockey or the soccer is like I haven't got there. I just want more scoring, man.
Are you gonna watch World Cup?
Probably
Why?
not. I mean, I'll watch it because it's here. It's but I'm not getting it. Like
you got to watch it. And then
my brother did it. My brother did it and just got all into it. I mean, it's frustrating to me. Like, I want to see somebody win. I don't think any game that you ever should play should come out where unless like when we went golfing. If we go golfing and we don't keep score, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Right? I don't.
A couple good shots, a couple bad shots, whatever it is. But if I'm watching a sport, I want to know somebody wins.
Yeah,
that's my thought.
I think soccer nowadays, with the tying during the regular season games, I don't like that.
I don't like tying in the NFL either.
Yeah, but you have to go through two separate overtime periods. Yeah, right. In order to get a tie,
they should do like a tire. They should put a tire out, and you have to throw it through the tire or something like that.
Did you watch? Did you watch the All-Star game last year? The baseball All-Star game?
No.
So last year was tied. Instead of going into extra innings, they did a home run derby.
There we go. Something like that is cool,
it.
right?
Yeah, it was great.
They need to have that, like cornhole, or do something that's not, or whatever it is. Like,
it was a 3-swing swing off.
Yeah,
it was electric. Like it was, and I was like, if they did that during an actual game, it'd be insane.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah,
you're the man.
It's the vibe that raised us, made us, saved us. Love so strong that the hard times praised us. From base life roots to the freeway nights, we turn small rooms into launch pad lights.